Hello good people, my name is Chompzers, and today I'm going to be ranking every single winner of Kavanah's Minecraft Survivor, ranging from Season 1 to Season 7. Before I begin, this video is obviously going to be containing some pretty heavy spoilers, so if you've not yet seen the series, I recommend doing so. Believe me, it's worth your time. My rankings will be based on all aspects of gameplay, including social, physical, and strategic moves made throughout the course of a season. Of course, a ranking like this will never have just one right answer, and feel free to disagree with me or post your own list in the comments below. Without further ado, let's get right to the ranking. At number 7 is Ceto. We don't talk about Ceto. And moving right along to the 6th place spot is Griffin, winner of Season 2, Sun vs. Moon. Griffin began the game on Mahina tribe, where his charming personality and kind nature made him very popular with his tribe mates. He was never in any real danger, and was able to cruise past the first part of the game with only a single stray vote being cast against him. At the final 14, both tribes swap, and Griffin is thrust into a difficult situation on his new tribe, being outnumbered 4-3 by players on the opposing Kilo tribe. Despite this initial misfortune, Griffin quickly works to form bonds with the original tribe member Suvika and aspiring strategist Nerf, and together, along with Havoc and Jab, they managed to blindside Mello at the first tribal council their new tribe went to. Moving on to the merge, Griffin is set up in a phenomenal position and is able to take advantage of a fractured merge vote to eliminate Spark together with Nerf and Suvika. Later on, Griffin's luck only seems to improve as he finds an immunity idol at Final 8 and seems set to control the game with his strong alliances. This solid position is then flipped on its head when Havoc, one of Griffin's closest allies, is blindsided that very night. Still, Griffin manages to recover and only receives 2 votes at the next tribal council, while cleverly deciding not to use his idol. At Final 6, Challenge B Super finally loses, and it seems to everybody that he is the man to go home. After Super plays 2 idols on himself and nullifies an idol nullifier, Griffin correctly plays his idol and saves himself from being eliminated with only 1 vote. If that wasn't enough, Griffin somehow manages to convince Super to play an idol on him at the Final 5, and with the long-term favorite Super finally losing immunity again at Final 4, Griffin secures himself a spot at the final tribal council next to his allies Nerf and Suvika. Though Nerf tries to argue that his strategic moves outshined Griffin's social game, the jury ultimately decides to award Griffin with $100 because of his honesty and kindness.
And the winner of Kavanah's Minecraft Survivor Season 2, Sun vs. Moon. Griffin. Congratulations, Griffin. You have won $100 and you are now crowned the champion of Kavanah's Minecraft Survivor Season 2, Sun vs. Moon.
Though I do believe they played a solid game, Griffin did often sit back and let others make moves for him. This lack of action did hurt his placement on my list, and ultimately I decided to rank him just outside the top 5. Just cracking the top 5, we have Killer, winner of Season 3, The Idol Charts. Killer began his journey on the Bright Red Fossil Tribe, where he's able to build strong social bonds with his fellow tribe mates. However, an impromptu tribe swap on day 6 completely shook up his game, as he was sent to the ill-fated Granite Tribe. Killer's tribe lost, not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row. And through it all, Killer managed to leverage his connections with Blarg and Panini to survive Tribal Council despite his clear weakness and challenges. After another tribe swap at Final 12, Killer is finally able to see greener pastures and even takes part in blindsiding Cooper right before the merge, earning himself a spot in the majority. He then flies under the radar for the first few merge votes while the bigger players began to take each other out. At the Final 8, Killer catches word of a blindside plan against his close ally Bubby and manages to notify him just in time for Bubby to play an idol on himself and send Fyra packing. Though he then loses Bubby at the next vote, Killer manages to once again retreat to the shadows and takes more of a backseat role as the season continues to unfold. This approach works, and Killer manages to make Final 3 without a single vote cast against him during the merge. And he sits next to Don and Plaz at Final Tribal Council. As for his Final Tribal Council performance, there wasn't one. That's right, folks. Season 3 is, to date, the only one not to have a Final Tribal Council because of low jury attendance. This fact likely aided Killer, and his friendships and likability, as compared to the two sitting next to him, earned him a 4-2-1 victory and the title of Sole Survivor.
And the winner of Kavanah's Minecraft Survivor Season 3 of the Idle Shards, Killer. Congratulations. Thank you so much for watching this season. I appreciate everybody who stayed and everybody who played. Everybody played very hard, and I appreciated that a lot.
As much as I did like Killer personally, I do admit that he definitely didn't play the flashiest game, and he relied on good old-fashioned social bonds to win against two less than impressive finalists. Still, a win is a win, and you have to give credit to Killer for pulling out a victory in spite of his young age. Next up, number 4 is Oven, winner of Season 6 Stars vs. Shadows. Starting the season out, Oven was one of the youngest players on the cast, and he set out to play a relaxed and mostly physical game. Due to being less well known in the community, Oven was placed on the underestimated Shadows tribe, where he went to work forming solid bonds and forming a close alliance with Joker. This excellent positioning in conjunction with Oven's challenge prowess allowed him to easily survive the 6-1 vote on Shiva despite the Shadows going to the very first tribal council. A little while later, Oven manages to find an immunity token, which can nullify 3 votes, and he successfully pins it onto Ken while simultaneously gaining trust with the other members of his tribe. Oven's good luck continues into a tribe swap, where he remains on a newly dominant Shadows tribe, which wins every single possible challenge. It was only after the second swap where Oven was finally sent back to tribal at the very last vote before the merge. There, he was blindsided as his target Happy saved himself from the immunity token, and Oven lost one of his allies in the game. Despite this, Oven was able to recover and won the very first immunity challenge decisively, which let him hold on to his immunity token even as another Shadow was taken out at the merge. At Final 7, Oven is left out of a 5-2 vote on his best friend in the game, Joker. It takes an immunity token and an immunity win, but Oven was able to recover and participated in several key votes which took out some of the last remaining stars. With Happy, the only star left in the game, losing the Final 4 challenge, it seemed that he would be an easy vote. But Oven decides to take a risk and forces firemaking to help guarantee himself a spot in the Final 3. This move worked out, as Happy won the tiebreaker. Oven's third immunity win in the season gave him the chance of team taking Happy, a big social threat who was liked by everyone, and Ken, a strategic threat who had orchestrated several votes. Ovens ultimately decided to go with Ken. At the final 2, he squeaked by in a narrow 4-3 vote.
And the winner of Kavanah's Minecraft Survivor Season 6 Stars vs. Shadows is Oven. Congratulations, Oven. You are the winner of the season with a 4-3 vote. Very close.
At the end of the day, Oven's amiability and challenge strength are what carried him to a solid victory, but his lacking strategic awareness is what just keeps him out of the top 3. And the first winner to make the podium is Donnie, the sole survivor of Season 7, Heroes vs. Villains. Donnie came back from his original showing the Idle Shards as somebody who was heavily underestimated. Virtually nobody expected him to stand a chance against some of the best all-stars in Kavanah Survivor history. Donnie used the fact that he wasn't perceived as a threat to enter into a variety of different major alliances. He formed close bonds with the likes of Llama, and Dom was very well positioned to make decisions without being targeted for it. Even as late as Final 9, there's only one realistic scenario where Donnie even stood a chance at winning, which is by standing next to Aqua and Sito at the Final Tribal Council. Don recognized this fact, and took out heroes and villains alike to reach Final 4, where his first and only immunity win of the season allowed him to eliminate the frontrunner Llama. Though he may have only won a single immunity challenge, Donnie made the Final Tribal Council on a season with 20 players while only receiving a single vote, an impressive feat to be sure. At Final Tribal, Don played his case well and earned a decisive 5-2-0 victory.
And the winner of Kavanah's Minecraft Survivor Season 7, Heroes vs. Villains, Don Cheadle. Congratulations.
Though many viewers and players alike were disappointed that somebody so unexpected won an All-Star season, I believe that Don deserved his win because his ability to create connections and maintain awareness of any ongoing strategy. There's a good reason in my eyes only 2 winners could truly be considered to be stronger. And coming in at second place, just missing out on the number 1 spot, we have Obama Blue, winner of Season 1, The Serpent. Obama started out on the dominant Blue tribe. There, he helped lead his team to win almost every single pre-merge challenge. At the one tribal council the Blue tribe did go to, Obama was instrumental in forming an alliance between him, Fire, Bubby, and Pixel to split the votes to prevent any idle play from sending them home early. Coming into the merge, Obama won the first individual immunity challenge handily, and later on managed to build a bond with Nikki. His connection helped convince Nikki to bring Obama along to Sandy Mountain after a war challenge, where Obama found an idol that would prove to be incredibly beneficial later on in the game. After losing the next immunity challenge, Obama played his idol successfully and cemented himself as the player to beat. Obama then went on to dominate the remaining 2 immunity challenges, ensuring a spot at the end next to Nikki. A strong performance at Tribal Council, combined with Nikki's lacking one, led him to a 3-0 landslide over the perennial underdog.
Winner of Season 1, Kavanah's Minecraft Survivor, The Serpent, Obama.
Thank you guys.
Congratulations.
Obama's game in Season 1 was a masterclass in how to be a leading player without getting voted out, and I have no doubts about putting him this high on my list. However, there's just one guy who played a slightly more iconic game. Throughout the course of making this video, I went back and forth on the order of my rankings constantly, but throughout everything, the number 1 spot has never changed. The best winner in Kavanah Minecraft Survivor history is none other than Peppet, winner of Season 4, The Underworld. Peppet is a true enigma of a player. Nothing that he does throughout the season feels like it should work, but somehow it does. To be fair, he does get a pretty easy ride to the merge, with his original tribe winning 6 out of 7 challenges. That being said, Peppet used the seemingly endless free time he was given to socialize and charm pretty much everyone around him. Peppet was absolutely hilarious, and was able to balance funny quips with genuinely excellent strategy. Case in point, Kimmy's Angels. Kimmy's Angels was an alliance between Peppet, Kimmy, JP, and Gonzo, and together they were able to effectively control the original Grey Tribe. Though Kimmy may have been the official leader of the alliance, it was Peppet that truly kept them together through swaps and eventually a merge. When there was a tribe swap at the final 10, Peppet and Kimmy found themselves as the swing votes between Jacob and Flugel, and they were able to leverage that position to gain connections with the collapsing Green Tribe while solidifying their own tribe's loyalty. The very next round, Peppet manages to pull out a win for his tribe by surviving in ladder endurance, and secures himself a spot in the merge together with his closest ally Kimmy. The alliance of Kimmy's Angels then dominates the first half of the merge, as anyone who refused to work with them was swiftly eliminated from the game until there were only 6 players left. At Final 6, Peppet learned that he was being targeted, and used a safety without power advantage he got in a previous reward challenge to save himself. It completely turns the tables on Gonzo, who ended up going home. At Final 5, frontrunner Chase wins a crucial immunity challenge and forces Peppet and Kimmy to turn against each other. Peppet makes the argument that he would be easier to beat and convinces Joff and JP to eliminate Kimmy from the game. After Chase then loses the next immunity challenge, Peppet sails to Final Tribal Council, where he decisively defeats JP and Joff in a 5-1-0 vote.
The winner of Kavanah's Minecraft Survivor Season 4,
Thank you.
The Underworld, Peppet.
Peppet was an absolute madman, and did whatever he wanted without any real repercussions. His use of comedy to disguise strategic prowess is commendable, and I have no doubts at all about putting him as the best winner that Kavanah's Minecraft Survivor has seen to date. That's all I've got for you. If you enjoyed watching, please feel free to leave a like or even subscribe. It helps me out a ton. This is my first time making a video in this style, so any suggestions for improvements that you may have would be greatly appreciated. I'd also like to give a big thanks to Kavanah for creating such an exceptional series, and Chillinkle for doing some of the research for this video. Thanks for watching and have a great day.